Toggle views, brake left, brake right. Oh, left and right, I think it's correct, but it's need to relabel it. And speed bar works. Throttle maybe is what we need? Yeah, throttle. Maybe we change the view. There we go. Throttle is like legs. Okay, so to have the landing zone over there. Can we move this? Oh, we can move this around. It's like the wings sitting up in front of us a little bit. Oh, there's a thermal already. Oops. Wonder if we can zoom in and out. This is more of the first-person view, I suppose. See if the speed bar works. Little legs extending. Okay, that works. Might only be half map though, because the first half doesn't work, and then it goes from 0 to 100% on 50 to 100%. It's like mapped to the second half, but that's easy to correct. So we have quite an interesting landscape. We have houses down there, we have our landing zone, trees, car. This car is moving around. Look at cars over there, and a plane, and balloons. There's something. Oh, there's a bird there. There's a bird just underneath. Bird there. I'm not sure if the game is like. It's pretty cool, pretty immersive. I think this with VR could work really well. Because then when you look around, it'd do like that. A little target for a landing zone down there. Color-coded lines and everything. Nice. So altitude 2,100, that must be above sea level. I'm not sure about above ground. See what happens if we just jam the brakes. Go into a SAT. Not bad. We're gonna fall into it. We can catch it. I'm not sure if there was a key to zoom out. We're going a bit downwind here, so I need to not go too far this way. I'm gonna try our best to land at the landing zone there. Should try first person view. Oh, it's really windy. I think I should be able to get it in. Maybe a little bit of speed bar. Don't know, I can't really see if I'm gonna hit the tree. Oh, it's a bit disorientating. Also, not a very well picked landing field, right into the fence and onto the road. But yeah, fair enough. What is the? There was. I was trying to find out what the keys are, because I think I can still use the keys on the keyboard compared rather than just the controller stuff. Oh, we're gonna crash into a bird here. Oh, it flaps. Nice. So full speed bar makes it dive a little bit. That's good. If we release it all at once, pitches back. Nice. There's an airplane here. It's a bit slow. Oh, some deformations on the wing there. And the physics are okay. They don't have super duper feeling, but there are some things like the conservation of energy and stuff that seem to be better than when I played it the first time. Free glider simulator on iPhone and Android. Yeah, I think there's quite a few actually. There's some that are browser based as well. A few of them around. But this is more like the type of field I would pick to land in. A bit bigger with lots of runoff. Hey Mitchell. Now the question is, if we have legs and you can run, theoretically... Oh, there we go. So this is full throttle. Look at me. A little jetpack in my ass. Just jetting around the ground. My turn. This is like very powerful legs on this guy. Let's try to obey the traffic rules here. Oh, make sure no one's coming. Oh, he grunted. Oh shit! Oh, I'm flying. What the hell? Oh, he makes noises. That wasn't me. When he hits something, he makes noises. There you go. Ugh. He's a good runner. This is stupid. It's fun though. Games are supposed to be fun. Slalom simulator. Now we see you get a little bit of air. But if you get air, then if you get air, then you don't get any more traction. So then you just lose speed. Paraplowing. Oh. Oh dear. I've seen more noises. Ugh. Like he gets something stuck in his throat at the same time. That's funny. There you go. I think we've done like a kilometer or two, just like this. Let's see what else we can do. Paramotor trike, mini wing. Let's see how this is. It's much different. Camera does some weird stuff sometimes. Whoops. I wonder if I can stall it. Kinda. Not really. I wonder if that has to do with the range of the brakes and how far the brakes can go. He's very stable, this guy. He doesn't actually fall over. Let's see the other wing. High energy barrel roll. This might be the right wing for it. Is it? What? Oh, I thought I was going to hit that rock. So we're doing 90 kilometers an hour. Jesus. So I'm not going to have a lot of height for this, but let's see. Can't really see what I'm doing. Oops. Immediate death. Hold on. If I do... The last launch site was pretty high, right? Oh, do we have enough glide for this though? We're gonna make it out of the woods or not? This might not be the right place for it. We need somewhere steep. Maybe like this? Yeah, it's not super high, but it is steeper. Yeah, the textures and stuff are alright, aren't they? The trees and the grass and whatnot. I think there's even little flowers and whatnot. Like there's definitely a lot of detail that's been put into the terrain and stuff. But yeah, I think Joey's made this to work with VR, and I think it probably will be particularly well suited for that. Oh no, there's a fence. I'm just gonna put it over here instead. Well, there was paramotor trike. Maybe. Yeah, 2.5 or so meters a second. That's not bad. We'd probably be falling into the wing at this point. Yeah, my timing on this is completely off. Yeah, the throttle is the same thing, it only works from 50% to 100%. But still plenty of points to make it work. Plenty of divisions on the thing. Nice. Oh, there we go. That's a collapse. That's getting the timing completely wrong and then stalling. Can we recover? Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna say we died on that one. There were some challenges though. What is this? Intro to paragliding. Reach. Maybe I should have done this first. Oh, so these are not. Ridge lift and thermals are not quite there yet, but maybe this one is. Set up a fan. Need a fan blowing it in my face. Yeah, for the full experience. Set up a fan for IL. What's IL2? But isn't variable with speed. Welcome to your first solo flight. Take out and follow your instructions. Call radio calls that guides you through a standard landing pattern. Okay, so we have someone on our ear. Take off, lose altitude, downwind leg, base leg, and final leg. So we're gonna lose altitude upwind. That's good. Yeah, I'm just not sure the instructor would pick that particular place to land, but that's good. It shows you that the wind is from this side. That's pretty good.
Take a look at the windsock. You'll notice we have a gentle breeze coming from the north.
Oh, hello.
Great day for your first solo flight.
Let's do.
Take a moment to familiarize yourself with the controls and then go ahead and take off.
Let's go. Oh,
nice
look
takeoff. Soak in that sensation of soaring. You're one with the birds now.
I like this.
Go ahead and spot the landing zone. You want to approach the landing zone upwind, because if you get too far downwind, you might not be able to make it back. You never want to fight the wind trying to get to a landing zone.
Wise words from the instructor there. Very good. Oh, I see. Different games. Gemma's doing good. I'm actually picking up. She's been in the UK for a little while, and I'm picking her up from the airport tomorrow. So should be a lot more Gemma coming
Paragliding is all about managing altitude. It's not like an airplane where you could just throttle up. Gliders only descend at a constant rate downwards, so it's important to visualize your flight path on the way down. Any deviations or miscalculations on your part will lead to you being off course, and you'll end up in the trees.
You'll end up in the trees. I like this. I really like the voice like
now,
coach
you're gonna have
thing.
to lose some altitude to enter the downward leg of the approach pattern.
And the 3D
to
stuff
lose
as well.
altitude,
It's really cool.
you can make a wide circular spiral downwards.
I wonder
or
if I
a
don't
series
do
of
what it's
S-turns
telling me.
if you prefer that route. Use a mix of gentle brake input and weight shift for your turns.
Wonder if it has some kind of like, if it senses that you're doing like a bit of a abrupt maneuver, if it goes like, hey, slow down there, partner. Oh, let's catch it. Oh shit, probably not gonna make it. Yeah, I think it didn't used to be soft body, and now it is soft body, the wing, but it's not quite there yet. There you go. So we've made it through.
Alright, you're on the downwind leg of the approach. Head toward the base leg.
This downwind and base leg and upwind leg and all of these legs are usually like an aviation thing. I think they still teach it in some paragliding and paramotoring schools, but not everyone follows the same standard.
On course, make your turn towards final.
Yeah, I don't know how much this is gonna glide now. Yeah, the reason why you wouldn't have it like this is you wouldn't have a landing so close to a place where you can't run off. So you would like, you'd go into the trees or into the houses. But also, if the wind is coming from that direction, there's going to be a lot of rotor and mechanical turbulence.
You're right above the ground.
So it'd be quite dangerous to land there. And if I was to land somewhere like this, I'd probably land on the downwind part of the field rather than the upwind. Not bad. Hell. This butt scratching is the funniest thing about it. Well, the ambulance is close. That's good. I wonder if I...
Looks like you're going to need some more practice. Work on visualizing your flight path and managing your altitude a little better.
Yeah. Well, I did land on it, but maybe it counts like where you stop rather than where you land. So if I stopped here and the wind went down, the wing went down. Yeah. Okay. So, and then it gets you little things. Okay, so points for approach and stuff, land on target, enter final base. It's probably how close you were to the center of those circles. That's pretty cool. Gives you a little breakdown of what you could have done better. I think we'll put some thermaling on. Paragliding, yes. So let me just start this. We're facing east. Okay. So wind from the east. Let's put, I don't know, 10? 10 might be too much. Yeah, 10, 5. Thermals, max. Height above ground, we don't need that. This is good. Now we should get on our cross country. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go along this ridge, I suppose, because it's oriented with the wind. At some point we should bump into some thermals here. Oh, there we go. Speaking of the devil. Try and find out where the edge of it is. Any updates on paragliding sim? I'm not sure. I haven't played it in a while, but I don't think there's auto updates either on Parasim. As they like, you have to go on the page and see if there's anything going on, and if there's the latest version, just download the latest version. But I follow it on like Facebook and stuff, and I haven't seen. Usually Evan posts stuff there before he puts it out. These are fairly wide. They're not too hard to core. In what ways this sim could teach you things that could actually translate into actual flying? I think it depends how good sims are, but just even, I mean, it depends how much you know as well. If you're someone that's never been flying, maybe even if the sim is not super good at simulating the physics, any sim will be good for like just understanding that a glider doesn't go up normally. It just, you're always falling. You know, that's a pretty good thing. Landing approaches usually are quite good. We're going down a lot now. We must be in the sink. Full meters a second. We lost it. It was down here somewhere. Just going down. Just going down now. Wow, there's a lot of sink. Good thing we don't have a sink alarm on. Yeah, I think it depends. There it is. If you're already a pilot and you know how to fly, then probably not much. I mean, you can always practice more. It's like, what can a racing driver learn from playing racing games? Well, it depends on the game and depends on the driver, I suppose. But if you've never raced ever, then you probably can learn quite a bit from racing games, even if the simulation is not 100%. Be really interesting to see this type of game in a multiplayer configuration and being able to play online in a competition, because I think there's knowing how to fly a paraglider and go cross country or whatever on your own is one thing. But like racecraft and knowing how to race with other people and basing your decisions on what you see and what other people are doing and the not the technical aspects, but the tactical aspects of racing paragliders, I think that could be a really interesting thing to do online year round, rather than, you know, there aren't that many paragliding competitions in the world anyway, and not that many people have access to them for a number of reasons. Either experience, or they're far away, or you don't have the time off work or whatever. So I think the multiplayer side would be really interesting. Coming up on 3 grand here. Also, we should be looking up at the sky here. Here's something interesting. Just wondering, from the people that are watching, how many are paraglider pilots and how many don't fly at all. So if you don't fly, just write I don't fly. If you do fly, how many just write how many days ago your last flight was and how long you flew for. For instance, mine was, what was it? 3 days ago. 3 days ago. 30 minutes paramotoring. And we're at cloud base by mistake. The clouds are pretty well put together. They're very quite realistic considering. Oh, here we go, we're going in again. We're running the risk here of going into cloud, which we shouldn't, but hey, it's a simulator. So pretty much going straight downwind now. Wonder if we can see where our next little thermal is going to be. 45 days ago, 20 minutes. 4 days ago, 15 minutes. All paragliders, I suppose, so far. I know Ripman's in there somewhere. He's been flying paramotor, I'm sure. Today, 55 minutes. Nice. We're back in one. We're pretty high now. Like I think we took off from there somewhere. You can see all the landings under the little city down there, Sun Valley. Flown 90 days ago for 2 hours, PG. Interesting. 6 weeks ago, 3 flights for only a few minutes. Yeah, lots of different amounts of experience and different currency, I suppose it's called. Being current. Lots of little paths through the mountain and stuff. Pretty cool. Flying fermenting bass experiment. Interesting. I've heard of sailplane pilots going solo after almost only sim training. Yeah, I suppose I think it's a lot easier to oh, there you go. Look at that cloud forming there. I think it's a lot easier to simulate like fixed wing aircraft than these things. Not an excuse, but I'm just saying. Just today we have a winch launch in my city. How cool. How long did you fly for, Sammy? Do you winch and come straight down? Or do you winch and you get thermals? Three weeks ago, 3 hours, ridge soaring, inside Golden Gate Bridge. That's pretty cool. Wanted to go flying today, but thick fog came up the valley before I went. Okay, yeah, that happens. Today I was thinking of going out flying as well, but it didn't work out because of the weather. We're always got to have an eye on the weather. Now, the terrain says we should go left here, but the clouds don't say that should work. And maybe over there. Hmm. Maybe this one over here. I think this is the closest one. Hey, Ripman, we were saying before, when was the last time, how many days ago did you fly? And how long did you fly for? And what did you fly? PG or PPG? We were just doing the rounds, figuring out what everyone's like level and currency and stuff is. This might be dead by the time we get there, this cloud. Muscle Rock City Park. Mussels on the rocks. Yeah, I've seen some pretty cool stuff around the Golden Gate Bridge, like guys flying or surfing on kite surfs under the bridge, right next to like huge tankers and stuff. Yesterday morning, 1.5 hours. PPG. He does it. Ripman is the dude with all the airtime. A good spot. We have good thermal spots nearby in the city, such as solar panels, etc. Ah. Right. So that's for the winching. Pretty cool. Light thermal conditions, half an hour airtime. That's pretty good. That's nice if you can winch and then just float around in light thermal conditions. I think Gemma is starting to get a little bit of a taste for little bubbles. She's not as scared as she used to be, and her skills, the glider skills, are considerably better than what they used to be. So I'm quite excited to start exploring little thermals and things with her to see if maybe next year we can do some little cross countries. Right on the edge of the cloud. Nice. Oh, look at this one forming. We'll probably go over. I think one thing we have to bear in mind, though, about games like this, is that often they're done by a single developer. You know, and in a world where we have at our fingertips games like, you know, GTA 5 or 6 or Gran Turismo or Flight Simulator, the latest Microsoft Flight Simulator, that was done like over 10 years or something by a team of hundreds and hundreds of people. So I think for how long these games, these paragliding simulators took to make, and how many people actually work on them, which most cases is like one, they're surprisingly good. Of course, you know, you look at certain textures or, you know, 2D clouds and you think, oh wow, that's a bit, you know, uncanny valley and stuff, but from far away these clouds are not bad at all. Of course we always wish they were better, but still I think it's worth bearing in mind. Like, look at these clouds here. This is literally what it feels like and what it looks like when you're flying around cross country, climbing up the side of a cloud. Maybe we're climbing a bit too much now, but yeah, and sometimes you go through the texture like that. 3,500 almost. I think there was a way to see as well, like how far away we were from the takeoff. Oh yeah, 5 kilometers, 15 minutes. See how far we can get. Yeah, there is a first-person view. Is this one actually? It might be less distracting. We have our little kind of fly master, little vario thing over there, rather than having to look at the top right. It's vibraty. Is it realistic? Well, it's a sliding scale, really. I mean, I've played about 4 or 5 different sims, and on the realistic scale, I would say that paragliding sim is the most realistic, and that's like maybe a 7 out of 10. There's still some things on it that are not very good, but it's the best we have so far. This one, I would probably call it like a 5 out of 10, and definitely in terms of physics, the second best one. Probably 5 out of 10. And then you have loads. You have loads of like either phone games or like browser ones or any other ones that I've played, which are like a 1 or a 2 out of 10 on the realistic scale. So instead of just a yes or no answer, I hope that's useful. Be cool if we could join all of the sims together and have the best of all of the worlds, because definitely this one has some more features in it, like the tutorial and the challenges and stuff. That would definitely be good for the playability of like Evan's one, but you can't have everything. It's not bad at all. Just floating here in the clouds. I think thermals are very abundant. I did crank it up to max, but they're a bit too abundant. Usually you get, I mean, I don't know what Sun Valley is like, but usually you get bigger gaps between thermals. You have to go on longer glides before you bump into the next thermal. Oh, we're up to 3,500. That's not bad at all. Yeah, we'd never do this as well. We wouldn't crazily go into a cloud like this without seeing what is going on. Whee! There he goes into oblivion. Let's see what's going on here. So how long we've gone? 6k, I suppose. We could go just straight downwind. Let's see. At least these ridges are perpendicular to the wind, which is probably a good thing. If we get low, we could get a little bit of lift. I don't know what the if the hills generate lift on this. Is it me or that cloud is getting smaller? It's getting speed bar for it, but can you do a misty wing flip overs? Don't think so. many different maps? That's a good point. I think this is the only one. I'm not sure. Oh, there you go. There's another one growing here. I think it's only this map. I think you can spawn in different places on the map, but I think it's just this one. But I haven't explored it that much. Huh. I was really hoping we were going to get something there. That didn't work. Oh, it was on this side. Going up fast. $3,500 again. The views are pretty cool. Have a little paragliding feel about it. Like we're topping out at 3.7. There we go. Another one. Yeah, they're a little too close together, I think. Oh no, that was just a little something. Little poof of hot air. I think we could definitely continue to make it. I think it's a little bit unrealistic that we're always flying above the clouds, but I'm not sure if the clouds and the thermals are necessarily connected in the game. I know they are in real life, but also I wonder if oh, hello. Crazy little let's lose some altitude and go underneath to see. Minus 20, minus 23. -7, maybe a bit much. think 3 or 4 wings. There's the this is a big problem. We are inverted in the wing and twisted. Oh, maybe it's gonna fix itself. Is it gonna fix itself? You have a cravat. Let's not panic and just try to keep flying straight. Weight shift to the right because we're turning left. In this situation, probably the opposite would happen, where we turn to the right rather than the left. But if it had time to stabilize, it probably sometimes does turn to the non-collapsed side. But yeah, there's a paraglider, a mini wing, a speed wing, and a paramotor, I think. But they come pre-matched with, like, you can only fly the paramotor wing with a paramotor trike, so... I know, I need to toss the washing. Actually, I wonder if... I don't know what's going on in the back of this harness here, but... that looks like it could be a handle. Also, I think I'm catching a thermal by mistake with this cravat on. Well, if it's a stable configuration, you know, might as well get some extra height to deal with it. If you don't want to throw your reserve. I don't think we have stabilos. Keys. I wonder if I can spin it out. Maybe stall it? Yeah, it's falling too fast for a staller. 20 meters a second. No. I mean, we could probably land like this. Seems to be quite stable. Yeah, full stall and backfly, then that would for sure clear it, or at least help figure out what's going on, but it doesn't really go backwards. Like, this is, you can't tell, but I'm full brakes, both of them full, and it's still kind of like, you don't fall in a straight line or you go backwards, you still go forwards. And then when you release, it doesn't really bite, it just does this like fizzle out thing. And now we're in the thermal. At least you can turn right as well as left. Yeah, the whole sim thing is tricky, isn't it? I mean, I'd love to see like a fully featured, full physics, full line set, you know, doing the paraglider as an actual like mesh cloth and all that. But the reality is, as with a lot of things in paragliding, is there is no market for it. Oh, we got lucky. We popped out finally. I don't know how much money it would take to do that, because I think it's a very complex problem. Anything to do with aerodynamics and something that is flexible. Even in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'm pretty sure that they take some serious shortcuts on how they model wing flow over. I don't think they model at all the airflow over the wing, and if the wing deflects, you know, what does that do to the airflow? They just have some equations or some, you know, lookup tables to say this speed at this angle of attack, you know, this is the lift and this is the drag, and that's it. For this, you can't really do that, so it's a really hard problem to solve that financially it has very little incentive to be solved, because there's no market of people that would buy it. So it's a shame, but I think, I mean, you never know. there's Moore's law, you know, where computers are getting more and more powerful, and we might be able to take stuff from other games or computer simulations that end up being much easier to apply to this than what's currently available. Even in terms of terrain, like it would be really cool to I'm gonna fall into the... It'd be really cool to have like super detailed terrain or like really good weather, which you can see that other games like, there you go, Wolf, like Microsoft Flight Simulator have, and maybe that's not available right now and it took them 10 years to do it, but maybe in the future there'll be like a toolkit or an API or something that you can just plug into that will be open source that will enable all of these other things that currently we don't have. So I don't even know, but I think maybe I'm on the lee side. No, I'm not on the lee side. So that's the wind side, so maybe I can try to sort that a little bit. Yeah, I think maybe this does use what's it called? Yeah, ridge lifts, depending on the gradient of the slope of what the wind is hitting and stuff. But anyway, that was just a quick little view of Glider Sim by Joey. Thanks a lot, Joey, for making the game. I think, yes, it does have some things that it could be better, but I think we have to keep in mind, you know, how many people are doing paraglider sims and how difficult they are. And if you think it's bad, then you should try to do it yourself. And I'm saying this because I did try to make one myself with my friend, and it's extremely hard. Where you put a lot of hours into it and you get nowhere. So I think the more we can encourage people that usually come from the community, there are pilots that they try to do these games. The more we encourage them, the better simulators and games we'll have in the future. So keep that in mind. Try to look at the good things and the potentials as well as the shortcomings. And yeah, I mean, now we have way more and way better sims than we had 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. So think about what the next 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years could have, right? Anyway, that's it for me for today. A little hour, just a first little view at Glider Sim, where you can fly paragliders and paramotors. I've left links in the descriptions for the game. It's on Steam if you want to check it out, and also my paraglider controller mini. We still have a few in stock. If you want to catch one of those to play this game or paragliding sim, or I'm sure, you know, any ones that support controllers you can use it with. This say that as we go into a massive film. But yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.